What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of In the Longhouse with moi, Beard of the North. And tonight, I have the only Kerry from Define Beard Co. here with me tonight. How are you doing, Kerry?
I am ecstatic.
You look ecstatic.
The two most exciting guys on the internet.
Exactly. That is what we are. The two most exciting personalities to ever grace YouTube. Ever.
I mean, yeah. No, I'm doing good, man. Long day today and finishing it out on a cool live stream. I got Siri freaking spying on me here while I'm talking to you. Jeez. Never get an Apple Watch, man. Never.
I'm not an Apple or an anything guy. So I ain't ever going to be worried about that. We have an Alexa. We've had it for like 5 years, and bitch hasn't even been plugged in, I think.
Yeah, we have like 7 of them.
Jesus, why?
I have one hanging on the wall in the bedroom. It's the 15-inch screen, the big one.
For what?
Because man, yeah, I told you earlier. I said I don't get up to turn on anything anymore.
I don't get up to turn on shit.
No,
Alexa,
man,
turn on this.
I'm on my feet all day, man. So you know.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Oh, should we say hi to some of the people that are here?
Sure, man. Let's see who we got here.
Oh, we got Ellie. How are we doing, Ellie?
What's up, Ellie? Aldemir.
We got, of course, we have.
What's up, Mark?
Uh-oh.
Mark's a good guy, man. He's a big supporter. I appreciate everything Mark does and all the kind words he's always got for us, you know.
He supports everybody and everybody, man. Always.
Yep.
Oh, who else we got? It's Mark and Ellie. And then we get, okay, now we get to Chris. What's going on, Chris?
What's up, Chris?
And another Chris.
Yep, there's Chris again. Everybody's going to be Chris and Dan in this stream.
Last I checked, though, Chris, his name is Kerry, not Mary. We
What's up, Tyson?
Gary. How's it going, Gary? We got Ken.
Ken, what's up? He's out in Hawaii. He's definitely not freezing right now.
No, he's living his most comfortable. We got Bearded Ant. How's it going? And then Tyson. And here's another. You're apparently Terry. You're anything but Kerry tonight, I guess.
Whatever you want to call me.
I got my sister. Hey, Deidre. I believe she's watching me from the kitchen at where she's working. Or listening anyway.
Awesome. That's cool.
Matt
Foley. Kid said 77 and partly cloudy. Wow. And we just had ice take down all our trees.
It is literally negative 20 right now.
Oh, whoa, we didn't get there. Yeah, we got down to in the 20s, but negative 20, I would. Woo.
It is negative 20. Oh, let's see. We got Jason Folks is here too.
What's up, Jason?
Jason, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, he is correct there. I mean, where's the lie?
Nicholas, how's it going,
Nicholas?
Man? And let's get down to being caught up. And then we got Chris. Chris, how's it going, man?
What's up, Chris?
Dean. Where was it? There it is. Steven. What's going on, Steven?
I'm a little bit of a Sig boy. Sig fan.
Who's cold? It's only 75 down here. Well, fuck you too, Aldemir. It is literally negative 20 here when the wind is blowing like hell. It sucks.
Man, we need a new banner.
Yeah, I suppose that should probably say something about that now.
There we go. Yeah, I've kind of slacked on that a little bit, but that right there was a reminder. Call tomorrow. Actually, I guess it had to be Monday. Get new banner.
See, you should always keep that to remember your humble beginnings.
Yeah, I'm keeping it. Don't worry, I'm keeping it. It's not going to go anywhere. I'll put it somewhere else. I'll put it over by where the racks where I keep everything stocked.
Yeah, Chris, I saw your post earlier about how fucking cold it is up there in Maine.
I don't know, man. I don't know how y'all do it. Yeah, our power grid didn't fail during this because it wasn't really that bad. I mean, not like that one a few years ago, snowpocalypse in Texas or whatever.
Yeah.
But our grid would never make it in negative 17 weather. we'd all be around fires in our backyards freezing.
Oh, Tyson. Negative. Had to wear a jacket. I'm about to yell at my wife to turn off the TV upstairs. Connection is Huh?
I can't hear it.
Well, no, my connection is really unstable.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, yeah, you're at like what, negative 20 on that internet? Oh, man, we're done.
It's rough. It gets rough. Luckily, from what I understand, according to my sister's dating one of the guys that's a tech for the only fucking internet company out here, and he said that they're putting fiber optic out our way.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
So
I've got, we have gigabit internet, so
yeah,
we're in a little...
I barely hit the kilobyte. Hey, Shaky, what's going on, man?
You're gonna have to connect to your neighbor's internet. Oh wait, your neighbor's like 10 miles away.
I was gonna say, yeah, there ain't no neighbor to connect to out here. And even if there was, they'd be on the same shit internet I am. So can we stop talking about her dating? Oh, Chris, boo-hoo, you whiny bitch. He thinks my sister is just the greatest thing. It's adorable.
How old's your sister?
My sister is 30. 31. 30 or 31. Somewhere in there, I think.
I'm just trying to get you in trouble when you don't know how old your sister is.
I 4 years younger than me, so yeah, she's 31. She turned 31 this year when I turned 35. So,
gotcha.
What's going on, Gary?
Hey, Gary. Cold and windy.
I know, Aldemir. I know. You guys quit making fun of me for my fucking internet.
Yeah, that was definitely not a Chinese spy. That was Dan just getting his internet ready for tonight.
Yeah, it's shit. I know. Yeah, see here, 31, you dick. Hey, you could have just said you were 30. Then you would have been happy with that, wouldn't you? Assless. What the hell is this? Assless chaos, Tyson. What the fuck is going on in the chat?
I don't know, man. I think we missed something.
What the hell happened here? Mark, ha ha ha, and chaps. So there's something. Oh, jacket is
assless chaps.
Assless chaps. Okay. Oh,
that's it. Tyson has to get a leather vest now. We have to see it.
If
Copper
Tyson
John's leather vest.
You get a leather vest, Tyson, and you come on here and you got to wear it. all chaps are assless.
Gary has experience with chaps. We know that now.
Oh, it's funny. Throwing up in my mouth, Ken.
We've started off good here.
Come on, Ken. Embrace your sexuality. Be one with the assless chaps, man.
We're 10 minutes in, and Ken's already throwing up in his mouth.
Weak. So anyway, you rebranded. Would you consider it a rebrand, or was it like, how would you consider it to be?
I considered it a refresh, but I mean, I guess you could have called it a rebrand. It was more like just more trying to shed the small town vibe, I guess you'd say,
Okay.
and come up with something to bring it more to a national stage, hopefully. And I mean, it goes worldwide now, so it's good. And plus, I just thought it looked better, and I was kind of just the black and white. It had been over, it had been 2 years, and I wanted to just do something a little more out there, a little more flashy, I guess you'd say,
right.
Looking and more like shelf ready, retail ready, things like that.
Right. What's going on, Vato?
Just looks better sitting on the shelf than the other one. And there was nothing wrong with the other one, but I mean, that was, the original. So,
right. Of course. Every, like you say, more retail ready, more presentable universally. It's every company owner's dream, right? Is to get up there to where you're in retail, or, known very well, to where you need to hire people and all that stuff. That's what every company owner wants.
mm-hmm.
And you got to look that way too. So
Yep.
I understand where you were going with it.
Yeah. I mean, that's why when you go into a big box store or whatever, and you look at, not even just the beard oils, but everything, the soaps, shampoos, conditioners, they all have a simple, clean look to them, and they all maybe even kind of look the same, I mean, like but that's because you kind of have to conform to what they want, and then, every big box store has their own way of, thinking about the way things should look on their shelves, and it should be simple and it should be clean, and
it should be approachable for the customer.
Yeah. So easy to read and things like that, just a little different when you're, small batch and you're doing it yourself. And, like I can remember in the beginning, man, I think, the first year, every label was different. I mean, the logo was the same, but every label had a theme to it, like Distinguished Caballero, a lot of, that's not even around anymore. Distinguished Caballero, that had its own look. I remember when I did Lemon Delight, and that was the first time I'd ever put color on a label, and everybody was like, it was like the big debate: should there be color on the label or not? And it's like, sure, I mean, what does it matter? But yeah,
does it matter?
Then we went into that, and I loved that. I mean, that was exactly what we were going for, and then things were starting to take off a little more, and I said, I've got to prepare for the future, and that's what I did. And it wasn't cheap. We spent a ton of money last year making these things happen and changing things, and like, offering the conditioners in our own scents now, and I mean, not conditioners, washes. Not all of them, but we're going to roll out more at a time. Like right now is King's Bounty, which is back in stock, by the way. It's been out of stock for like a week, but It's been tough to get supplies and things like that over the last week here. Everything's delayed. UPS exception, because I guess it's like even like up in Chicago that way. I don't, apparently it's pretty bad there too. So yeah, we're waiting for our Chicago cone shipment on number 6s and number 8s to come in, and it's hung up in the weather. It's like, man, it sucks. But yeah. And so we'll be rolling out more of the scents in the wash. We're always going to leave the conditioner unscented just because we like to give the customer the option to use whatever oil or butter, whatever they're using after they use the conditioner,
Right.
And with the wash, it's got fragrance, but it washes out. It doesn't linger, and so that one's, if you're going to wear King's Bounty that day, then using the wash is cool, But,
yeah. Hey, Deej, what's going on? Daniel, how you doing, sir?
Yeah, Gary, we survived, man. It wasn't as bad as the last one. It was just really icy, really cold. The only thing that was like kind of off was that USPS couldn't pick up our packages until today. So they were just building up. But that makes you a little nervous. But thank you to everybody who didn't email us and ask where your package was.
Hey, where the fuck is my stuff? Have you looked outside lately?
Yeah, no, we don't like it when that happens. It's just kind of out of our hands.
What's going on, Dan? Tim. What's going on, Tim? How you doing, man? But yeah, I actually just finished a bottle of your wash and your conditioner, and I really, really enjoyed using them.
You probably got the peppermint, huh?
What was it? No. It was. Yes, it was.
Yeah, that's the one I don't have anymore. Peppermint and tea tree,
Yep.
Like invigorating mint, I think.
What's going on, Luna? Cool. But yeah, it was.
Yeah, our wash isn't really meant to be like super lathering. It's like a medium lather, but it's called intense hydrating beard wash for a reason, because that's really what the main focus on that one was, just to clean and hydrate your beard at the same time. So you didn't, always have to use conditioner. It's an everyday wash, basically. You can use it. You can use it every day and be fine.
I treated it as an everyday wash.
Yeah. If you want like lather and deep clean, then our beard wash bar, that's what's going to strip.
Yeah, I never really have used anybody's. I think, and fuck you, DJ, for this comment. But as far as like bars, I only had like a sample from Crusher's Creations that I used.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I've only used the liquid washes for my beard. I don't know why, if I've just been too, because usually when I do washes, I don't like alternate. Once I start, I use it all first.
Yeah.
So
me too.
I don't go back and forth like I do with oils and other products. When it comes to washes and conditioners, I use it the whole way through. And yours was just my last one. I started using the Bearded Mac to try that one out, and a lot of the washes and stuff come to me through like recommendations on what is good or what's not.
Yeah, Chris makes a good one. Yeah, Bearded Mac. He has a good one.
Well, I know you guys are pretty good friends, so.
yeah, we've both been so busy lately. We haven't talked much. We just talked sparingly over the past week or so. But usually, it'll just happen like all of a sudden once we both our schedules, get back, where we can talk. Me and him talk quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you only have a collab and all that stuff, so figured you guys got along a little bit.
Yeah, he's a cool guy, man. I like Chris a lot. Yeah, I'm super happy for him, with the acquisition, of whiskey and hardtack. That was awesome for him. He's a hardworking dude. I think he deserves it.
He was not on. He was. I did not expect him to be the one that purchased it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess everybody automatically assumed it was going to be one of the bigger ones.
Yeah.
And he's not small by any means, but I mean, you always think it's going to be. I mean, why didn't Gary buy it? I thought Gary was going to buy it. That's what I thought.
You thought it was going to be Gary?
Yeah.
I mean, he was talked about being the one that was going to be.
Well, it was just one of those things where I guess the stars aligned right, and it's really cool that Chris's wife has taken over the soap bar. I mean the wash bar. She's making those. They're a good they're a good team.
Yeah.
Gary, I can barely buy dinner. I'm sure a bank would loan you the money, Gary. Come on.
Now, so the last time when you were in the chat during my first live stream, you talked about your new metal days.
Well, no, somebody brought it up and made me talk about it. I was like, yeah.
No,
those were good times, man. Those were good times. Yeah, I was the lead singer of a band called Powder Burn, and it was right around it was when nu metal was in, and we were still considered metalcore because we were not radio friendly in the least bit at all,
which is the best stuff.
Yeah. So it was kind of a challenge that, we would always play with the big bands that were getting played on the radio. It's like anytime they came to town, I mean, not even just in Austin, but even Dallas, San Antonio, whatever, they would come, they would always, ask us to play with them. And I'm like, yeah, but you guys never play us on the radio, man. And they're like, we can. I'm like, I know, but let's figure something out. We can like bleep it out or something, And they're like, dude, you said the F word like 48 times in one song, and it's like, oh yeah, well you don't have to play that one. There's more.
Yeah, well, we have more than just that one song.
Yeah, like, but that's your your most popular one. It's like, well, we got others. You guys can work the magic. You make another one popular for us.
Help us out here. Come on.
Yeah. So, that was, and it was good, man. I mean, I got to travel the country. I got to play with a lot of really cool bands, and a lot of them that I even grew up with, like the Misfits and things like that. Wasn't the same singer, and they rollerbladed before the concert, which totally ruined my whole perception of them after that. No, you find out a lot of things about. There's Chris.
Speak of the devil, there he is. What's going on, Chris? Thanks for stopping in, man.
Yeah, no, you find out a lot about bands that you like. I was lucky enough to be able to play with some bands that I grew up listening to. When we were coming up, they were kind of coming on the back end of their careers, But it's amazing how you find out that how much you love this band, and then you find out what a-holes they are, It's like a
little bit full of
they've been
themselves.
doing it for so long, you know what I mean? Like they've been on the road for so long, they just don't care anymore. And it's like, it's not that they're being an ass, it's just that they've been there, done that, seen it. It's been 20 years, they've been doing it 30 years, It's like, Yeah, I mean, we played with Anthrax. You know, I mean, it was like weird. You know, we would play with bands. We opened for Slipknot, and we opened for Anthrax. Um, you name it. I mean, you can look it up on the internet. He'll tell you. You know, like everybody, they would play Sepultura. Uh, God,
You got some heavy names in there.
Seven Dust. Yeah. I mean, there was just so many I can't even remember. But
you mentioned a story with Godsmack. Now I want to hear that in its entirety.
Well, the thing about, I mean, I don't know. Do I really? What if Sully sees this and like brings it up? You know, he gets mad at me after like 25 years. You know,
Trust me, Kerry. Sully is not going to see this. Trust me.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so we were playing with Godsmack in Austin, and our bass guitarist girlfriend was the A&R rep for Godsmack. So now you know why we were playing with Godsmack. So
okay,
yeah,
makes a little more sense.
Yeah, so we got they got there, and everything was cool. You know, we were all just drinking, and we were sound checking, and then drinking again, and then they sound check, and then before the show, we went on the bus, and I was so busy. We were so busy just taking care of our stuff that when they were on stage, I wasn't really paying attention when they were sound checking. And so I went on the bus, and I mean, I didn't think anything of it. I didn't know. And back then I would just say anything. I mean, I guess I still will.
No filter. Fuck it. Who cares?
And I walked up to him, and I was just blown away at how short he was. And it doesn't matter if you're short or not, but I just said, man, I didn't know you were this short. He blew his top, man. He had me kicked off the bus. I was like, wow, okay, sorry, man. That's not what I meant. I mean, I didn't mean it like a bad way. I just was like, man, you see somebody in videos and things like that, then you meet them in real life, and you're like towering over them, and it's like, man, they do I was just thinking those video producers, man, they do a really good job of making you look tall. You know,
really good job.
On the street from the Cavaliers, really, that's awesome.
Powder Burn, you said, right?
Yeah, Powder Burn.
Powder Burn, Chris.
It's still on iTunes and Google Play, I guess, that for the guys out in like wherever the hell you're in some cornfield somewhere.
Oh, don't worry. I do get YouTube. Like, obviously, since I can be on it, I do get YouTube. I'll find you on there.
Yeah. Look at Tyson. Yeah. No.
What's going on, Aaron?
I left the band after the second album, I think. Yeah. No, I mean, when I got married and I got tired of touring, and we played in Hollywood one night. And who did we play with? Oh, Cold Chamber.
You got to play with Cold Chamber. Did you get to meet Dez?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No.
Is he
cool.
A good dude? Is he a good dude? Okay.
Yeah. No, I didn't have any beef with them, or they seemed cool, but they were already from Los Angeles, so they knew. Everybody already knew them, and
Yeah.
It was just that was what was cool about playing with them. But yeah, no, after that show, I was in the hotel room, and my son had just been born, was never getting to see him. And so I finally just said, you know what, I'm done with this. Well, I mean, technically our roadie jumped into one of the picture frames on the wall from the bed, and it shattered everywhere. And he was like bleeding all over the place. And so we had to like get him downstairs, and there was like a clinic. It was right off Sunset Boulevard, and there was like a emergency clinic like right down the way. And there was like a trail of blood all the way from our hotel room down into the lobby, out into the sidewalk. And after that, that's when I finally said, okay, I'm done with this, man.
I'm over it.
I'm
I,
done.
I'm
I'm
I'm gonna
tired.
go be a family man now.
I'm tired of traveling with, let's see. Well, there was 5 of us, and we only had 3 roadies, but 8.
No,
You're just always with the same. I mean, just imagine like Slipknot has what, like 9 people in there. But I have no idea how they lasted this long because I would be insane.
I bet
having
they
to,
have a monster crew that they go with and all that too, though.
yeah, and that's the funny thing about it is like when we played with them, with them in a little place in Killeen, Texas. They were just that album, the first that one, not even the first one. I'm talking about. I guess what was it? The
Um,
self-titled. Or
their very first one was like Feed, Mate, Kill, Repeat or something like
yeah,
that.
that's the one they made in the basement. I'm talking about the
Uh,
one that, one with Spit It Out and everything.
oh
Like when
yeah, the
they signed to
self-titled.
Roadrunner. Yeah, so
Yep,
they
the
had
self-titled.
just started supporting that album when we played with them, and so of course they were still huge because all of our shows in Killeen were huge. Even if we were headlining, we just had a pretty big following on the Army bases. They love their metal on the Army bases. So when we would play in Killeen, which is where Fort Hood is, our shows were huge without even having to, even when we would just headline, we didn't even have to have a major act. But when we did play with one, those shows were crazy. But that album, I mean, I think that had only been out for a few weeks. And
Oh,
then,
nice.
yeah, and then I remember seeing, it wasn't even a month later, it was probably a few weeks after that they were all over the place, and I was like, "Yep, I knew that was going to happen because I've seen it up close." I knew it. I was like, "It's no matter what your thoughts are on bands like Slipknot and all those bands back in the day that did that. Well, Slipknot still does it, but you have to see it live just to be able to get it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's all about the energy. That's what it's all about.
It's just as much the stage presence in the show as it is the music.
Yeah, and they were wild. They were so wild, but they were also not the same people backstage. They were very cool. They were very laid back. They had some issues, later on in their careers, but that's what happens when you get rich.
Yeah, when you get rich. And see, my whole perspective on Slipknot is the self-titled in Iowa, and even the first, like that EP that they made to get themselves known.
Yeah,
it died at Iowa to me.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I wasn't big on anything after Iowa, but
Subliminal Verses came out, and I was just like, so we're going to the radio now, huh? You fucking sellouts.
Slipknot is gore with good music. Yeah. No, that was a good period of my life, but it's been done. I'm done with it. And it's been a long time.
Chris? He had to stay at home. He had to.
I mean, it is. Yeah. Oh my God, those were such great times, man. When we were actually young, her and I.
Back when you were young.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be 50 in August, so. And we're talking 25 years ago, so I was 25, 26, no, I guess I was 27. But I can remember before I'd go on tour, she would braid my hair. Because I had hair back then.
You had what, like my hair?
Yeah, I had long hair. And she would braid it, and I'd go on tour, and I wouldn't take it out until we got back. And it was just dirty months later. And I'd take it out and it'd be like poof, like out to here for days, no matter what you did, for days. But yeah, no, my son, and I wanted to hang with him. I wanted to be there for him. You can kind of see that, we're always going to be this. I guess I never really saw it going completely over the top. Like I think we kind of went here and never could just get to that spot to where it could be a full-time gig.
You plateaued, and
Well,
It's
new
couldn't
metal
quite.
died so fast. That was the biggest thing. Was it only lasted like a couple of years, 2 3 years, and then the good stuff came along, like Kill Switch, and that kind. It just everything got heavier and melodic, I guess you'd
Yeah.
say.
The metalcore scene got a little more known. New metal is kind of like, I don't know. I look at like,
Limp Bizkit.
yeah, and Corn
Yeah,
and stuff like that. That stuff is in its own genre. And then you had bands like Mudvayne, Slipknot, some of those bands where their first couple albums were really heavy underground stuff, and then somebody picked it up, and all of a sudden, here's a bunch of money, and they went, "Oh yeah, we'll do it that way now."
yeah. They started like producers started putting way more low end in music, way more bass,
Mm-hmm.
um, which is, you know, when I think about it, I was like, genius. Like, God, what idiots we were. Why didn't we ever think of that? I mean, Corn tuned down.
What's going on, Sodium?
Corn tuned down, but they didn't even really have really thick bass until Life is Peachy, and then, Follow the
Well,
Leader.
see, Ellie, I will hate on Corn because everything after Untouchables sucks fucking ass. Period. Even Untouchables is kind of iffy for me. But everything after that, especially that, what was that album that had like Twisted Transistor on it and stuff? That album was just dog shit. And then they had like almost a full dubstep album with a little bit of guitar in it, and it was just awful.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, didn't they do a song with Skrillex?
Yes, they
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, that's
Shit.
yeah,
Pure shit.
yeah. But I mean, just like True North, their first album was it, man. I mean, they invented it. Oh, I don't know, man. It's like a toss up because the Deftones were doing it early too.
Oh yeah, Deftones were. I loved Around the Fur.
Oh yeah, me too.
I mean, yeah. You have
That's why I named the scent after it.
you have a whole scent named after it, but Around the Fur was amazing.
That's one of me and my wife's favorite albums of all time. Like just to vibe to, you know what I mean? Like it's just so up and down, keeps you going the whole time, the whole album. One of those rare gems where just about every song is awesome.
Of course it was, Lynn, you bitch. I bet you like that rap version too. Wait a minute. Is this supposed to be Skrillex was a hardcore band?
Yeah, he was in. It was a band that had like 6 words in the name. I can't remember what it was. What were they called? This is killing me now because I know the name of this band because I had the freaking CD. That's how old it was. I had the CD.
That was Korn and Skrillex, and every wannabe thug with a wispy goatee would drive around in their V6 Mustang shit boxes. Blare fucking teach. Oh, I never blared it in my fucking Mustang, you asshole.
Oh, From First to Last. That's he was the lead singer of From First to Last.
Ah.
Yeah. Which
Adrenaline was good too, Chris.
Oh, yeah.
I will agree with that.
Yeah, I mean that was obviously the first time I'd ever heard the Deftones was Adrenaline, and that was so not produced well. It could have been just such an amazing album, like as far as I'm not talking about the songs are great. Just the production was just so
compared to now. I mean,
it was like a closet. Hard. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, but I know but it was just a grimy album. I loved it, man. It was so good.
My Own Summer was the first song I ever heard from the Deftones. So it was a little later, but yeah, I heard that song and I was at the fucking CD shop buying that CD like 2 days later.
Yeah.
Back in the day when I mean, that album was good, but back in that day, you bought CDs for like one fucking song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was like the worst part about buying albums, and I mean that's coming from a guy who had an album or had multiple albums, because back then that's if you didn't steal it off of Napster, then
or LimeWire.
Yeah,
bought give your
CD.
computer aids to have one song.
Yeah,
I'll send it to you, Lynn. Relax. I'll compile a huge list of shit to send to you. What's going on, Sean?
I listen to a ton of different music. That I'm all over the place with my music. I know I listen to bands you probably hate. Like I'll listen to Bring Me the Horizon.
Old Bring Me the Horizon.
You like the old Bring Me the Horizon? Yeah.
Old Bring Me the Horizon was good. But what was the album?
We Will Never Sleep because sleep is for the weak.
That album. The album with the chick holding her guts.
Yeah. No,
that was a great
probably
album.
Their best one. Yeah. I mean, it really was. Because, I mean, they, we know what they're doing now. They're just making millions of dollars off of making radio music. They're not even trying to make metal anymore. They don't care.
No, they don't care anymore.
They've self-admitted that, which is fine.
Ollie's a bitch.
That's what I said. You probably hate me because I will listen to them, man. I'll listen to it trips people out when I tell them I listen to Motionless in White, and they're like, what? They get all upset,
It's a mood. It's a mood to me.
Yeah,
Motionless in White has some songs where it's like, okay, I can get behind this, and then there's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, but I listen to Bury Your Dead.
I love Bury Your Dead.
Bands like heavier stuff.
The day we bought CDs. Back in the day, we bought albums and cassettes.
Hey, I had to buy tapes. I remember buying cassettes, man. I think I bought when I was a kid. I bought like Sex Pistols and Motley Crue and stuff like that on cassette tape.
If you had LimeWire on your computer, period, it was already done for.
It was a Trojan horse. That's pretty much what it was.
it was literally giving your computer AIDS. That was all it was for.
Yeah. So, I mean, and back when we were around, there was a thing called mp3.com. I don't know if you remember that, but
never used it.
That was like one of the most popular platforms that got people's music out there. And I remember for like, I don't know, to the CD where that's awesome. I think for, man, I think the whole year of 1999, we were like the number one of our songs, a song called Now You Know, was like the number one most downloaded metalcore song on mp3.com all over the world. And and back then I was like, looking at who we are, and like right behind us was a band called Poison the Well. And I was like,
Poison the Well.
We had no idea who they were back then. They were still just uploading their stuff onto mp3.com. And then next thing you know, like, I didn't even think about it because that was a totally different scene than what we were in. But a year later, everybody's talking about Poison the Well. And I was like, I remember those guys. They were behind us.
that album with Botchla on it. I mean, that was the one.
Yeah. And everybody has that album, it's like, that's the one. And it's hard. Once you get that one, it's hard to make another one.
Yeah. Thanks, Vato.
Yeah, he's right, man. Kids will never understand waiting 3 days to download a song. Yeah.
It's true. It's very true.
It is. I mean, that's a fact right there. I can
very
I'm
much
old
so.
enough to be able to verify that,
Yep.
So,
me and him sitting on the computer in the basement trying to download music, and you'd hit the download and you'd walk away, you'd go watch a movie and come back, it'd be 10% done.
Yeah.
On old dial-up shit, and the pixelated fucking porn,
Don't delete. No, don't delete. Yeah, anything you download, that was like the era that started it. If you downloaded something from those sites, you just gave all your information away. Pretty
Yes.
much, you're done. So, but I remember those days, man, of LimeWire. What was the other one? Like there was one. I think it had the name Bear in it. Something. Can't remember. There was a few platforms that were strictly for ripping off music. Because that's what it was back then. I mean, it's like you weren't paying.
There was this one. There was this one, Kazaa.
Yeah.
You had Napster, LimeWire, Kazaa. When you got into torrents, when torrents became a thing, there was one called Pirate Ship that I used. Pirate Ship torrents.
Yeah.
And that was just as bad as LimeWire.
Yeah, that could have been the death of. Everybody has their opinions on that, but that could have been the death of the music industry. If it was allowed to continue, and they knew it, and I'm not sticking up for the music industry at all because I've seen.
How shitty it can be.
I've seen the ugly side, and in the end, it's all a business, just like everything else. It may look like it's all fun, but in the end, you have to. It's just like any other business. You have to have numbers, man. It's a numbers game, So, and
Nicholas has a question for you.
Yeah. No, I do not. No, I've thought about it, but I keep changing logos, so I might have to get like 6 tattoos. Wait 5 years from now, but no, I haven't. But that's a good thing. Maybe I should do that. I don't know. I was thinking I was going to get 8-bit tattooed on me first. Oh yeah, downloading the quality. Like how soon do I want this to download? Do I want it to sound good but take like 4 days to download, or do I want, just okay and I can get it downloaded by tomorrow the next day? Yeah. The bit rate. That's what it's all about.
What's going on, Travis? Good to see you in here, man. Kerry, that's called growth. Chris, I remember Ra, their one-hit wonder of "Do You Call My Name?"
Yeah, man. I just want to jump out the car window every time I hear that song, man. and that's like they used to be like 30 times a day, Like if you had satellite radio, Sirius XM, man, it was like stop. Mm-hmm. Damn it, Octane, quit it.
My brother bought that CD, and that song was on repeat all the time. I had it on probably. When I got to burning CDs, I would make my mixtape CDs, and I'd have it on every single one of them.
Yep. Yeah. We're
mixtapes, that shit too.
Mixtapes, yeah.
Yeah, sitting at the radio, holding your finger on the play and record button, waiting for that song to come on the radio that you wanted so bad.
This is slowly turning into these guys should be retired stream.
It's just being old, man. That's all it is.
Dude, when I tell people I'm going to be 50 in August, they're like, what?
No way.
I didn't even think you were pushing 40. I'm like, well, thank you, but I feel like crap and I'm about to be 50. Okay, so
I appreciate it.
My legs hurt, my back hurts. It's like I feel every bit. I'm fit. I'll be 50, but I feel every bit of 60. But apparently, I look like I'm in my mid 30s.
Kazaa was the worst. You download those songs that were like 30 seconds of a song and then screeching noise.
Oh yeah.
I always got songs like it'd be about every 30 seconds to 45 seconds. It would be like, you're listening to da 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 on whatever fucking radio station the person ripped it off from, and then uploaded it on there.
Yeah. Basically, like back then, I would say that all those sites like Kazaa and LimeWire and Napster, they basically invented catfishing.
Yeah, technically.
This song looks great, and then you play it, and it's like, no, it's either the porn or the scratching noise. It was too good to be true, man. Too good to be true.
Too good to be true. Exactly.
Yep.
Kerry, what day in August? My birthday is 8/24. I don't.
Mine is the 7th. August 7th. I'll be 50. So mark that down, Gary. If you're still in here, I want a birthday gift.
I did not know this. It's probably, if you say fun, is that fun supposed to be in quotations? What does Ellie say here? I felt old, and I'm only gonna be 39 this year. Cooking is a man's world to begin with, and they want young bucks.
I mean, unfortunately,
experience.
I picked a profession that I have to stand up all the time, constantly lifting things and moving things. And when you're my age, it starts to get to you, but you just keep moving,
That's all you can do.
You let the digiboil do the work.
You hear that, Sean? Let the digiboil do the work.
You let the labeler label those washes and conditioners over there that haven't been labeled yet. That was supposed to happen today. It looks like it's probably going to happen Monday morning. Yeah. Like I said, I've been out of King's Bounty Wash for like over a week. And then whenever I'm out of something, it just makes me a nervous wreck. I can't stand that, and because we start getting emails and things from people asking, when's it going to be back?
When's it coming back? Yeah.
Well, it's like it was supposed to already be back, but the weather's kind of screwed everything up trying to get supplies and, things like that.
What's going on, Corey?
Corey. What's happening, Corey?
Gonna throw in some Around the Fur from now he's done with work.
I'm telling you, man, it's a good album. It's like just from beginning to end, it just vibes the whole way through. I love it.
I think he's talking about your scent.
Oh, sorry.
I think that's what he's talking about.
Well, I actually wear that butter every night Around the Fur. And during the day, most of the time I wear Ace of Fades. I'll wear Around the Fur, Deep Pockets. It all depends on what I'm doing, but for the most part, if I'm just going to be in the lab, I just throw on Ace of Fades. It's like just a light, clean scent,
Yeah.
Don't feel the need to be all snazzy with the Amherst and Deep Pockets, save that for the date nights and stuff.
Amherst is such a sexy fucking scent. I love that scent.
You need to get you that machine right there, Sean. So you don't have to hand label anymore. If you're hand labeling, if you got 200 oils to do, it's you've outgrown the hand labeling, man. You need me to just give you a little push over the edge. Corey can send you the link. He's got one. Corey turned me on to that machine. I had a different one, and it was good. It was a $2,000 machine. It was huge, and it wasn't great for smaller bottles, even though it was supposed to be. But he told me about the labeler that I have now, and I ended up buying those, and I've never looked back, man. Made everything a lot easier. He said he knows it. Corey and I chat a lot. Yeah, man, it's a good one. It's a good one. It's and my wife uses it a lot. Like she does a lot of the labeling.
Ellie 1626 is a really damn good scent. I'd tell Mike too fucking bad. It's like Ellie, you can put whatever scent you want in your Deej now, come on.
Nice. Yeah, it's $1,400, but you're bottling 200 oils, man. Come on. Corey, get this man to get the AP 360.
Got two. Hopefully my wife can join me soon for production and we can both label. Well, one day he was labeling on a live, and I was looking at how many bottles of wash he had to label, and he was doing that hand pump fill, and I was like, that'd take all fucking day, and my goddamn arbor would kill after that.
Yeah, we have 3 of them. We have 2 of the hand pump. I mean, but it does do exactly 30 ounces or whatever you're filling it if it's a wash. But we also have an electric one, but I've said this before on many live streams. The electric one is basically just the King's Bounty one.
What's going on, Donnie?
We sell a lot of King's Bounty. It's our number 1 selling scent. And that's one that I could just, I mean, it's just, I could make as many as I want. It just keeps on going and going and going. So it's just easier not having to change the hoses out all the time on that one, you know, because those big ones are hard to clean too. I mean, not really, but I guess you got to use more rubbing alcohol. But yeah, I mean, anything a company can do to make their processes easier and faster, go for it.
You think it'd be money well spent?
Yeah, I mean, that's all we've done is put everything right back into the company, and do upgrades. I mean, I do some what I like to call vanity upgrades. Like right now, like where I'm sitting at the shipping table.
Yep.
And I don't know why I spent the money on this, but I even have a fragile sticker machine. It spits out. It's automatic. You just pull it off, and there goes another one. And there goes another one. And it just keeps dispensing them. And, you know, it was like a waste of money, but I did it anyway. You know, it's just like anything I can do to make things better, because I can remember the days of picking up the roll of fragile stickers, pulling it off, putting it on the package. Now it's just, and there's another one waiting for me, you know, and so it makes it easier.
We got the idea when you said you had like 7 Alexas to turn everything on and off in your house. So
yeah, you know, and you saw every light in here is, you know, controlled. I mean, we don't lift much of anything around here, you know, at the house. It's like, and even here in the lab, it's, I could leave here without actually having to touch anything if I wanted to.
Yeah, when we were in the green room, he had all of his lights on, and he's like, "Oh, if I should kill that one," and I said, "Yeah, do that one." He's just like, "Okay, hold on."
There's so many of them. I have to go, which one is that? Remember, I was like, oh wait, that's the wrong one. It's this one.
Is that one this one here, or is that one this one here? Okay, it's that one.
Yeah. If I could just get Alexa to ship orders, to pack and ship orders, that would, yes, exactly. Alexa, make a batch of King's Bounty, you know, like, and have her talk all nice to me about how she's going to do it. You know, it's like, that would be awesome.
If only. One day we'll get there. One day.
Yeah. Like whenever we ship out Aber lights, they go in a 12x4x4 box, and I've got a machine here. I don't want to open it up, but here's an extra roll. But the craft tape, you pull it off and it wets it for you automatically, and then you can just put it right on the box. Because this stuff has to be activated with water. Yeah.
I remember
those machines. You know, I've got a machine for everything. It's
I know when I worked at the warehouse, their tape had to be activated with water too. I remember having to do that shit. Yeah,
Uline is my friend. I can go on there. I'll be like, okay, so we need to order bubble mailers, bubble out bags, things like that. And then I just start looking through there, and I'm like, oh, look, did you know there's a machine that can do this? And my wife's like, no.
And
now I have an accountant who's like, no. Now they're both together, and I'm like, oh, now they're both going to be like, no. You know? My accountant is a trip, but she's cool, man. She's cool. She's I think I said that last week, where, you know, she's like, do you know how many gift cards you gave away last month? No.
No, I don't.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I don't care. It is what it is. Just happens.
It happens. Just leave it at that.
Yep.
Don't say anything more.
Yep. Yeah, me and Corey have spent. The funny thing is our business chats always happen so late at night, man. Like,
oh, of course.
It's so funny. It's just how it is. I mean, I guess everybody's just busy during the day. That's just kind of the time that we have, But yeah, we've spent many a night chatting.
Well, for a while there, I said something to you, and I had to wait a week to get a fucking response. And then you tell me, I'm sorry, my brain's like a wet noodle right now.
Oh, I think I told you I was spread thinner than a fruit roll up. Yeah. No, I mean, and it's so hard because with the DMs on IG, it doesn't take long before one that I just got like 20 minutes ago is already buried to where it's not even on the screen anymore because there's been more, And so I'm just like, oh yeah, I got to keep scrolling up. But and then there's sometimes I'm just so busy that I don't even mess with it. But I have somebody else who does the IG account. But if it's like something personal or like directed towards me, they're just like, hey, this person wants to talk to you. I'm like, okay. Write it down. I'll get to them when I can. Oh,
what's going on, Joe?
What's up, man?
How you doing, Joe? Hope everything's going good, man. And fuck you too. You got one of these right there.
How's life in Jersey?
Oh,
are y'all about to have? Is there like some really bad weather about to happen up that way?
Up my way?
No,
or up his?
In Jersey. I thought I saw something moving towards the northeast, and I was like, well, if it's here, that's nothing to them, so it has to be worse because what we had was considered bad to us and would probably be just an everyday in Jersey.
It's -6. Well, it's -20 here, so I don't feel bad for you.
Yeah. I don't know how y'all do it, man. I can remember when I used to ski when I was younger, like in my teens, and we'd go to Colorado, and most of the time it was cold. Don't get me wrong, but there were times where it would get into negative temperatures, and I damn near couldn't even breathe. And I was like, how the hell do people deal with this on a daily basis?
It hurts your face. It hurts the skin. It's during Christmas, this past Christmas, at one point with wind chill, it was -50.
Oh my God. I would just die like right there. Gary. No, Gary, if I'm talking to you, it's definitely me.
Yeah, you always talk about how you hate the heat when you're living in the wrong fucking area.
Yeah, here in the summertime, it gets rough. Yeah, it's like I tell people all the time, man, buy your butter while you can, because I promise you it'll be melted in the summertime. It's 105 in Texas, I mean, most of the time it's okay.
It's Texas. I mean, you got more of the dry heat though than anything.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. You go outside and it's like, oh man, just hurts your face. You know what I mean? It feels like you're walking through a wall of fire.
We always get the super extremes for both sides here. We'll get like a week or two here where it's, like I said, during Christmas, it was -50 with the wind chill. And then when we get into July, August, we're at 95 to 100 with 100% humidity. It just sucks.
Yeah,
you walk outside, feel like you're swimming, you can't breathe.
Yeah, here in Buda, which is basically 5 minutes out of Austin, it's a dry heat and there's humidity, but it doesn't get as much. But Houston, on the other hand, Houston, Texas, good Lord. It's like jumping into a swimming pool when you walk outside. That's what it feels like. Yeah. The humidity is like always just, I mean, I grew up in Houston and I just got used to it. You just always had that sheen all over on your arms and face.
Nope. I do not do the heat at all. I will take the negatives over 95, 100 plus with 100% humidity. Nope. I will sit in my house in front of my air conditioning vent with my balls hanging out in front of it. And that's all I'm doing all day. I'm not going outside. Nope. Hell no.
That is a mental picture that I just have to erase. And I don't know how it's going to happen.
You're welcome.
I feel like it's stuck. It's stuck in here, Wow.
Yep, see, exactly. Right here. Give me the cold.
That is true. I got bad knees, and the wintertime is rough.
Chilly 18 degrees. Shut up, Lynn, you bitch. After 2 shoulder surgeries, the heat is great. The cold sucks balls. I can't relate with you on that one there, Mark. I'm sorry. Exactly. This right here. When you're sweating in the shower, it's way too hot and humid.
Yeah. That is true. That is true. Yeah, 40 to 60 all year long would be awesome. Awesome weather.
That would be perfect. Mm-hmm. I mean, I would be okay with that.
Yeah. In a perfect world. Turn off the fragile sticker machine I left on. Such a vanity expense, but I love it. I like it. I think I like it, but more than the bottle labeler.
The thing you don't use ever. See, Nicholas, you got that right. Exactly. You can put on layer after layer after layer, but you can only strip down to your birthday suit, and that's it. So,
well, man, why don't you hit them with the news, man?
All right. All right.
We're an hour in. It's perfect timing.
Perfect timing. So, if you see what's scrolling at the bottom, I am a proud affiliate of Defined now. We made the deal a week ago. I decided to wait till this stream to say anything, and he agreed. And now BOTN 15 will save you 15% at good old Defined Beard Co.
Yeah, man. I think you and I, I had talked to you about this. Like I trimmed down my affiliate list quite a bit, not so much just me, but some of them went off and did different ventures and things like that, and so it just wasn't going to work out anymore anyway. But, and so, I told you, I was like, only got 3 and comfortable with that. But then I was like, but you're cool as shit. So, I was like, damn.
Right here.
I even made you sweat it out. I was like, I promise you I'll think about it and let you know tomorrow. I think I didn't even get back to you until 5 days later.
Like a week later. He did to me what my wife did to me when I asked her to be my girlfriend.
Yeah, no, but you and I have a lot in common, and and I, just like I said, okay, so I do have, the affiliates I do have, we keep things PG rated, so, but I don't want you to think you have to change for me in any way, because you be yourself. I knew you were going to be who you were, and that's fine, and
well, anybody that I were to be involved with, I want them to be comfortable with who I am,
Yeah.
Are you okay with being associated with me and my filthy, dirty fucking mouth and shit like that? So
yeah, everybody cusses. it doesn't bother me. You know, I mean, I don't. Obviously, we don't choose to put it in our marketing or anything like that. You know,
Right. Yeah, of course not.
That's not, you know, it doesn't. That's not the whole point of it all. Everybody has their own thing, and if you know, one is this way, then we respect that, and you know, we keep it strictly profession now. And then there's guys like you that
I'm the oddball. I'm the oddball.
I wasn't going to say it. You know?
I am okay with being the oddball. It's okay.
Yeah, you know. No, so I mean, you know, both of us kind of experienced. We don't have to get into it, but we both kind of experienced the same thing over the past few years. You know, like personal life wise, and so, you know, we both, you know, enjoy music and other things, and outside of the beard world, you know, and what most people don't understand is they always think that with affiliates, you know, we just like pummel y'all with tons of products and things like that, and you know, and said, you know, hey, you want to be an affiliate? You know, here's free products and all that stuff. Dan was a customer before I even really talked to him, you know, and he's bought a lot, and unfortunately, he bought it like 2 weeks before we did the rebrand. Some of it, you know.
Yeah, I had Amherst, I had King's Bounty, and there was one other one that I had. Which one was it?
1626?
No.
Amherst?
Deep Pockets.
Deep Pockets.
I had Amherst, Deep Pockets, and King's Bounty that I had bought because you weren't really on my radar until Daniel was like, dude, fucking defined. You need this in your life. So I went and I bought those, and then after I had those, I went on your site and I was like, well, I'm just gonna get everything he has. And I got everything he had, and then like 2-3 weeks later, all of a sudden it's yay, the rebrand. Look at the cool new labels and stuff. And I'm like, well, at least I can say I have all the original stuff.
I'm gonna take care of you. Don't worry. You know, I told you already I was gonna send it, and I haven't done it. I'm just terrible. Good Lord, I'm an ass, man.
You are a piece of shit, Kerry.
I know.
God damn it.
Wow. Yeah. I do need to send it. Yeah, because I text you when you told me you were like doing the thumbnail for the thing. I was like, you need a logo? Because I was like, don't you put that old logo out there?
Yeah, because I was even thinking about it. I was like, should I go and find his new label, or should I just use his old label and see what he says?
It's not that I don't like it. It's just like when I see it now, what it does though is it reminds me of the people who have been with me from the beginning when I do see that bottle, you know, because I mean, I have tons of people, you know, there's some that are even in this chat right now who have bought multiple scents of mine, you know, and some of them have. Hey, what's up? Right here. What's up, Daniel? You know, some people have multiple scents of mine. Some have the old bottle. They'll have another scent in the new bottle, you know. And so it's just cool. It does still kind of remind you of who was there from the beginning, too, as well. I mean, if he still has Psychobilly, he must be keeping that shit in some, like, cryogenic freezer. How long has it been, man? It's been over a year, maybe?
I never got the privilege of ever getting to see what Psychobilly was like.
Yeah, I know, man. That was a bummer. That was an IFRA thing that I never. Oh, thanks, Corey. Yeah, I have the smoked cherry from Corey. I think that's what it was. Smoked cherry. Yeah. No, yeah. Daniel's quite the fan of Around the Fur, which is cool. But no, Psychobilly, just IFRA killed it. Just what I used in it, and there was no way. I mean, it was just they lowered it so low that there was nothing I could do to save it, and I had to do the same thing with Distinguished Caballero. I mean, that's like the really like one scent I had that had like cedar, tobacco, really earthy but sweet because it did have a little vanilla and whiskey in it. So it was still a great scent, but yeah, that one got killed too. But I can tell you this and it's I don't know if I should say that. All right. We have three scents right now that are done and completed and ready to go, but they're not going to be released until probably March and April, maybe April and May. We just have a schedule for them because that's more towards the time of season that they're for. They're more like spring, summer scents, and I don't mean like dryer sheets, you know what I mean? Like not like Valley Fresh or anything, But yeah, we've definitely got things in the works, and we're going to also offer our, we're going to open up another wash scent, probably in one of the new ones, maybe two. Wash, it's just. There's some companies that can do all their scents in the washes, and there's some that just need to kind of pick the ones that sell the most, and so that's kind of what I do, right. And so that's why I started with King's Bounty and Around the Fur. I mean, I could easily do Deep Pockets right now. It sells quite a bit. Ace of Fades, obviously, but I've smelled Ace of Fades in the wash, and Ace of Fades is not the strongest scent, and so you're still, it doesn't really cover up the wash as well as the others do. You kind of have to think about that part too,
Yeah, the other stuff that's in the washes versus what's in the oils and stuff.
Yeah, sometimes they clash, as compared to oil, because carrier oil you can pretty much make anything work in a carrier oil blend. Oh, thanks, Ellie. That's awesome. Yeah, Deep Blue, man. That is one thing I have been thinking about doing is Deep Blue in a wash. Yeah, we weren't going to get played on the radio.
I'm looking it up after the stream's over.
Look up the song Now You Know.
Your biggest hit.
There's a couple of different versions of it. Like we did one, so we put that song on an EP and it was slower, still brutal, but it was slower. And then it made it onto a Dragon Ball Z video.
Oh,
yeah, and it kind of caught steam that way. And then when we released our very first album after the EP, we redid Now You Know, and we sped it up and we added other stuff to it, and it became just like that was like the anthem of the year for us. Was like every show, like everybody knew that one, it was that song, everybody
that was what you got known for, really good.
Yeah, and you had to keep them all there until the end of the night because you played it last, because you're like, we know you only came to hear that song. But you're not going home early.
You're not going home early. We don't want to play to an empty fucking place.
Nope, you play that song and it'll never just start clearing out. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, no, I do want to do Deep Blue in the wash because I think it's just such a great scent. The blueberry cologne. I mean, it's a great scent. I love it. I actually do wear Deep Blue quite a bit. It's just hard. I've got 8 scents. And so like.
See, I don't have Around the Fur, and I don't have Deep Blue. The Deep Blue, I got kind of turned off of because I've tried 2 different blueberry type scents that have had blueberry in them, and I have not liked them.
Yeah, well, I think I'll have to change your mind on that one because you should actually go read the reviews on our website. There are guys who have said, I've tried tons of blueberry scents, and none of them work for me. They're not what I thought they would be, and they actually say it on there, like, and these are verified reviews, like there's a reason why, I mean, there's other companies in here too as well. I mean, they don't go delete reviews. If you say our products suck, then we leave it. If you don't like it, we get, because I remember when I used to let reviews bother me, and because I didn't really ever get, we still don't get too many bad reviews, but yeah, I mean, you get you get the vague 1-star reviews, like, didn't lather well. Well, did it clean? Did it smell good? Like, well, what?
Yeah, did it do anything?
You're just looking for lather? Because I can sell you a bottle of surfactant and it'll freaking lather up all over the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't necessarily mean cleaner. You know what I mean? So, no, you get little vague things like that, and then a lot of most of our I mean, we average 5 stars. Thankfully. And on the website, it says diamond transparency. We use a company or a software called judge.me. And so if you delete stuff and things like that, then they will put a badge that on your site that says you don't have great history.
They call you out on it.
Yeah. And so ours has diamond transparency because if we want all of them up there, and it doesn't bother. I don't look at them anymore, and sometimes I just laugh at them. It's like, and sometimes the story behind them. You get somebody who was maybe kind of a pain to deal with.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
Yep.
And you still make them happy, but then you see a review and it's that person,
person.
Yeah. And you just leave it. You just say, okay, whatever, it is what it is.
I mean, if a company owners should look at bad or negative reviews just as important as a good review.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's
still offer good advice,
Yeah.
If
it's constructive criticism, I mean, there's a difference between a negative review and a guy just being a fucking dick.
Mm-hmm.
A negative review, constructive criticism. Hey, this happened with my beard when I used it. It didn't work for me kind of thing versus I hated the scent. This stuff sucks. I'll never buy it again.
Yeah. Yeah. We actually have. So, like, King's Bounty is our number 1 selling scent. And there's a guy who left a review that said, sorry, guys. What'd he say? And he has the right. You can say this all he wants. I don't care. You don't like it. You don't like it. It's not for everybody. I know that. Nope. But he said, sorry, guys, but African violet and birch don't go well together. And I was like, well, that's weird. It's our number 1 selling scent. Somebody likes it. But
so yeah, there are a few more people other than you that do like it. So
yeah. So you see those things and you're just like, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. But it's I treat it like, don't read the reviews. Like, it's kind of like, don't read the comments. Same thing.
It's if you let every single bad thing being said affect you, I mean, you're gonna just nosedive into the shitter because. I mean, I kind of view it as like negative reviews or shitty reviews or people just talking shit. I mean, I see that. I don't see it on like my YouTube because I'm not a big YouTuber,
Corey says he's Giga Chad. Yeah, man, you can't because then you start changing things for no reason or start thinking you should change things for no reason, and you basically just have to stand behind your product and say, this is what it is. It's not changing. If it didn't work for you, I'm sorry. We'll try to find something for you, that will work for you. But we're not changing anything, I mean,
no, I'm going to do how I want to do it. And too bad from anybody else if you don't like it. I see it on my TikTok. I don't see it on my YouTube because I'm not real big on YouTube, but on my TikTok, it is just as bad over there with people that want to shit talk you versus, you get the couple bad ones versus the however many good ones. But the problem is people are so wired to hone in on the bad shit.
Yeah.
Versus all the good stuff.
Yeah, that reminds me, man. God, we still haven't posted a TikTok video in months. You need to make me a TikTok video so I can post it.
I need to make you a TikTok video.
Yeah, but wait until I send you the new bottles. Yeah, no,
I'll do one of the old ones. Look at this. This is good stuff here. And then they're going to go to the website and be like,
it really like it starts to just you start to not pay attention to the business side of things. Like my wife and I were trying to work and make TikToks at the same time, and I felt like I at least was getting sloppy because I wasn't paying attention to the business side of things more, and I was like, it just got to be so busy to where we could keep up with Instagram. Because Instagram, Facebook, but TikTok, we were humming along there for a while, and then we just kind of said, man, it's so hard. It's easy to make a post, but it's so hard to make a video 3-4 times a day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're running a business too and doing other things, so I was telling somebody the other day, we haven't put up a video since the rebrand. I mean, not even for the rebrand. We didn't even do anything on TikTok.
No.
Which could be a mistake. I don't know, because we were starting to gain traction, and then, just don't have time to make videos of every little step we're doing. You know what I mean? It's
it just adds another thing that you got to deal with.
Yeah. You can only do so many of those. Like, here's where we fill it, here, and here's where we label it, here's where it gets shipped, it's like you just eventually just get to be like, man, we need to just hire somebody to do this.
I know people that do that too. I know Tyson said he did that with some of his YouTube stuff, that he hired somebody to kind of help him out with it, and it's helped him. So it's all dependent on how far do you want to go.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we've talked about it. Me and her have talked about it, because it was that's kind of like what we did. Was our stick was me messing with her, like like the one video where she was labeling the conditioner, and I was like, here's mystifying, and I was like, turn the camera on me, and I think I said, she makes me do all the hard work, So, I mean, like that, I was just always messing with her, basically, and she'd try to mess with me. It just didn't work that well, because when I'm working, I don't even hear anything else going on around me. That's just how I am. Man. I get so focused, I'm like, oh, were you talking to me? Oh, you were videoing me? Oh, my bad. Was I supposed to do something like on TikTok? Like, oh, I'm sorry. Was I supposed to do a little dance or what? Like, what's the latest trending song? You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just going to have you do my TikTok stuff from now on. So we'll talk about that later. We need to get you back on TikTok, man. Actually, are you on there? I don't even look at it anymore. Are you still doing it?
Yeah, I still do it from now and then, but I'm pretty sure I'm shadow banned right now. I had checked my account status, and I had gotten guidelined a couple too many times.
You? No way.
Yeah. I made them mad a little bit, and ever since I got that notification, like, views of my videos, no matter how good or bad they are, they never really get above like a couple hundred.
Well, man, you were getting tons for a while there. So yeah, they got something on you.
So I either it's either I have to like write in and complain to them about it, or I just have to ride out the duration.
Yeah.
So,
well, it doesn't matter if you complain to them, because they don't care.
No, they don't care. No, I know they don't. As long as I'm not banned completely, I'll be all right. I'll just wait it out and just keep posting stuff until it picks it back up in the algorithm, and they're like, "All right, fine, we'll be all right." 'Cause it's not the first time I've been shadow banned on there, so
I think on YouTube, when you get to a certain, maybe it's like 100,000 subscribers, I think that's when they actually assign you an actual real representative from YouTube that you can talk to if things ever happen. You know,
yeah,
like if you get a strike or you get a video pulled down or whatever, you actually have a point of contact. But up until then, you're just on your own. It's like you got to go through the same process as anybody else would. And it's usually kicked back and said, nah, sorry. You know,
yeah.
it is what it is. But
There have
yeah,
been quite a few of my videos that I've had to appeal, and a couple of them they were like, fuck no, we're not giving you this back."
yeah. Well, you know, they don't like to have fun. Everybody's the fun police these days, you know.
Yeah. Politically correct. We don't want to hurt anybody's baby feelings, you know.
Yeah, you know, that's what's, I guess that's what's really ruined it, is how politics has crept into social media so deep and so hard that what we all used to just log on to just to have some fun or keep up with Aunt Susie or whatever, you know. I mean, it's like, it's not like that anymore, you know. You can't, I mean, you tell a joke, it gets taken the wrong way, and I don't even bother anymore. I stay off social media, like, I mean, other than my company, but I'm saying like
Right.
personal. I mean, I don't know. Some people, I'm on Facebook, but I don't accept a ton of people. But you know, it's not the same anymore. It used to be
No.
fun.
What's
Man,
going on, John?
I used to
How you doing?
love Twitter. Now I can't stand it. It has nothing to do with Elon Musk buying it. It's just so many people just complaining about everything all day long. You know, you just get so tired of it. And so I try to keep up with, like, I use Twitter for like sports and things like that. When we have an account, and I think I've posted maybe once on it. But Twitter's not exactly the target market.
Well, from what I understand, Twitter's like your post life expectancy is like maybe 24 hours.
Yeah, you really have to hit a banger there to get any traction on it. And even then, people get done. You know, they've moved on to the next outrage. You know.
Yeah. I'm talking about Chris Perez's jokes that he says. Have you seen any of those that he puts on Instagram?
No, who does Chris Perez?
Chris Perez has some good stuff that he puts on.
I'll check it out. Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yep, that one was my biggest hitter, actually.
Yeah, no, that one was that the CD one?
No, well, I did 3 parts to it.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
the first one where the seat was back or up.
That's when your girlfriend's been driving or whatever.
Yeah, that was my biggest hitter, and even in that one, there were haters.
And were they actually real people?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah, TikTok has a lot of those, man. There's a lot of bots on TikTok.
Yeah,
and they'll talk to you too. That's the crazy thing, is like you'll drive yourself crazy until you figure out it's a bot, and you're like, God, I let it get me.
Every social media has bots. I had one today actually that followed me. I didn't catch it because normally when I get a new follower, I'm not getting them hand over fist, so I get time to like, okay, judging by the name, it's probably a bot. So I'll usually just block them and get rid of them right away. Well, this one slipped by me, and I get a message, and it says it's Samantha _THA. And I'm like, yeah, it's a bot. And it said hello. And I was like, oh, well, sometimes I like to fuck with them. So I said hi, and it's nice meeting you here. Where are you from? And I put MN. And usually when I put MN, they say, where is that? And then I just delete them because it's like,
You
But
catfish the bot.
Yeah, but this one said something about, oh, that's cool. I'm somewhere, I'm close by or something. I'm like, oh yeah, sure you are. And then it said, are you looking for an escort? And I just said, no, not really. I'm kind of into men. And it says, oh, dot, dot. Well, it was nice meeting you. And then it just said that it blocked me. So it was, I love fucking with those things.
You had a bot block you?
It said the page was no longer available to view. So I'm assuming I got blocked.
That's funny. Yeah,
because it's either a bot or it's some guy over in the East trying to catfish somebody, trying to get money.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're gonna try. We said it the other. A lot of times we're like, okay, well, what do we have to do today? We got to label this, label that. We got to make this, make that. Okay, well, we're gonna do a TikTok, and then we start working, and then the day goes by, and we're like, yeah, we're done. And we're like, oh, we didn't do a TikTok. And it's like,
son of a bitch.
Gotta wait again till tomorrow. Yeah, we need to do a new one soon. I'm gonna try to get that rolling again. It's really hard to put energy into that and the business at the same time. I guess I'm just too laid back for it.
When you're trying to run so much at the same time, I mean, I don't run a business and trying to run the social media side. I get to the point where it's like, I just don't want to fucking do this. Today, and I'm not doing anything like you are business wise.
Yeah. I mean, I've just always been one of those guys where I think TikTok is like goof off time. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, I don't have time. I don't have time to goof off right now. I'm too busy. I gotta go buy. I gotta go buy $1,000 worth of butters. Of shea butter. Or something like that.
I don't have time to watch cute kittens on TikTok.
Yeah. And I guess the thing with TikTok is it also kind of, after a while, it's like the same songs on the same videos, like the whatever's the viral sound, the
trending stuff.
The oh no, like that song and everything else. And it's like, my wife will be scrolling through TikTok and I'll hear that, and I'm like, that went viral like 2 years ago, and they're still using it.
Yeah, because you get the new people that come on.
They just find it.
They just find it, and they use it. I know that song, "Holy" or "Unholy" or whatever. Mm-hmm. For a while there, I was hearing that in my sleep.
Yeah,
the daddy don't or mommy don't know daddy's getting hot or whatever.
Getting blocked by the humor. Listen, that's true, man. It's some people can't make everyone happy. God, I swear to God that like Twitter is definitely the worst, man. It's just nothing but people arguing and making fun of each other all day long. And I'm just like, I'm just trying to get sports scores here, man.
See, what I used my Instagram for in the beginning, which was just titty models, I moved that over to my Twitter. So instead of getting to only see them because Twitter is like free porn.
Yeah, no, it is. That's the sad part.
So instead of not being, I can't, the Instagram models, I can't see them fully naked on Instagram. So I just go over to Twitter and then I can see them over there. Perfectly fine.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I need to probably post a little bit more on our Twitter account. I think maybe like one person liked the last post because they just don't even know we're on there. I don't even have it on the bottle. We'd had it on our old bottles. We just don't have it on the new ones. I was like, we don't plan on using Twitter that much, but we kept the account. Really, we just follow a bunch of sports teams and gun companies. Gun manufacturer. Oh, we can't say that word on YouTube anymore. Firearms manufacturer.
Firearms.
Yeah. So I just get on there and I'll just scroll through. I don't ever even post. I'm like, man, I'm on my business account, just scrolling through the news feed, not even posting. Not a lot of ad revenue on Twitter like there is on Facebook and not really Instagram, Facebook. Most beer companies know that the ad revenue for social media is there's two places it comes from, and that's Facebook and Google.
Yeah.
We're just like everybody else, man. When you search for Defined Beard Co. and the first post that comes up is us and says sponsored, that's because we're shilling out a bunch of dollars for us to pop up at the top. And every time that bill hits at the end of the month, I'm like, oh, man, but
God,
it's worth
I need to cancel that shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can, because then you look at the traffic that it generated to your website and the sales and the dollar amount, because we have all that. We can see all that data, and you're just like, yeah, but it brought us in this much. So
you got to justify it somehow.
Yeah, if you're not at least breaking even, then yeah, cut it off. But Google it's Facebook ads that are hard to. I don't even try that really. I haven't run a Facebook ad in a while.
What's going on, Jay? Nice to see you, man.
What's up, Jay? Facebook ads can become a money pit because you have to constantly find one that, you can put one out, not working, pull it down, try again, do a different ones. You just kind of got to keep hitting it and see which one sticks. It's like throwing darts at the wall. And once you find an ad, like I had one. It took me a while, man. I think it might have been Dan's King's Bounty video ad that he did for us. That one did really well.
No.
And I think when we released After Party, that one did really well until Instagram and Facebook will not let me advertise After Party, because it has tobacco in it. Absolute. And
fuck's sake.
No, I go through this all the time. They take it down and they say because it's a tobacco product, and I email them and I say, no, guys, we've been through this before. This is beard oil. It's a fragrance. And they're like, okay. And they let me run another ad with it. 3 days later, it's yanked down. This is a tobacco product. Never mind.
It gets dinged on the tobacco word, and they're like, "Oh, it's got tobacco in it. Take it off."
Yep. I mean, every day, when we log in to print out our packing slips and things, Shopify is constantly telling me you don't have a product listed on Facebook and Instagram, like, because they won't let me. Stop reminding me. It's on the website. If you want it, just go to the website, But yeah, like Facebook shop or Facebook store, you can pretty much sell your products through that, Yeah. They won't let After Party on there.
So stupid.
I know. It's ridiculous.
So stupid.
I can't remember. There was a beard company that said they were going to change one of their names. Like the scents was like a tobacco, and he was going to change it to, I can't remember what it was, but it was funny, and I was like, yeah, we should all use that from now on. But I mean, I see other scents in ads, that have tobacco in it, but I mean, maybe they just haven't been dinged yet. You know what I mean? Like, but I feel like I've got like an After Party stalker at Facebook who's like, nope, he did it again. Posted that beard oil. You can't have an ad with that in it. Yep, Vato's right, man. It's all bureaucracy. It's so deep, they don't even know who's who there. You know what I mean? Like, it's never the same one twice. It's always a different person. When you tell them, no, go back and look, this is beard oil. Oh, sorry.
My bad.
We're running your ad again. And then 2 or 3 days later, it's pulled down. And then you tell them again. And the next person's like, it's a different person this time. And it's like, can y'all just put a note on it, like, this is just beard oil. Good Lord.
Only beard oil. I know. I did a giveaway on my first live stream for some stuff from Sean, and I went to go send it out, and I had to go. I didn't have any boxes, so I went to the post office, and apparently I'm like the only person with a beard in this whole county. So I go in and I say I put them down, and I said I want to set these out or send them out to somebody, and the woman grabs one and she's like, "What is this?" I'm like, it's called beard oil. Oh. It's just kind of, it's not.
You're not gonna vape it.
No, you don't vape it. It's not. It's not some toxin that I'm sending somebody. It's just some shit you put in your beard.
Yeah, they're a little USPS. We got a really cool guy on our route who picks up our packages. He goes above and beyond, man. There's been a ton of times where
this right here, you're probably right.
Oh yeah, maybe, could be. I don't know. There's like every day is something different with Facebook and YouTube and all of them. They change the rules and they interpret them differently, you know. And yep, that's true. Yep.
So yeah, it was just it's just beard oil. It's non-toxic. It's none of that stuff. Just
it's all
relax.
Natural.
It's all natural stuff. Relax.
you can get it anywhere you want, you know. So yeah, we just basically just said whatever, you know. I mean, most of our sales are generated through the website anyway, and they may come from a Facebook ad, but they didn't like go through the Facebook shop. You know, they went from the ad to the website.
Yep, this one right here. Matt was the one that won it. He's the one that I sent it to. So cool. At least it made there.
Sean did give away. So see, now you're making me feel bad. I guess I'm gonna have to give away a gift card and get my accountant mad at me again. It won't catch on fire.
No, it won't catch on fire. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's not a lithium battery. It's not flammable. You don't need to put an ammo sticker on the side of it. You know, that like whatever, the diamond or whatever it is. You know, it's like
it's not poison.
Like that diamond. That definitely wasn't a diamond. But what the hell? It sounded right at the time.
Well, yeah, it's stupid shit.
Yeah, things aren't the way they used to be, but you know, we just work with what we got and move on, and we just keep trying to grow our company, and we've been satisfied with how things have gone. And I never thought we'd, you know, I mean, you want to be here after 3 years. It's just you go through so many ups and downs. And once it finally starts clicking, it's like, I'm starting to feel like this was worth it. You know what I mean? This was worth it. And, you know, like I said, we did spend a ton of money last year on upgrades and, you know, all the new machines and melters and rebrand. I mean, because it's not cheap. I mean, so I had to order basically you're ordering all your labels again. So I had to order 20,000 labels. Yeah.
Damn.
That's never fun, you know. And so, and paying the designer who did the new labels and things, because that's just not something I do, you know. And so,
right.
Design work isn't cheap if you want it done really well. And we just, you know, every bit of money we made last year, we put right back into that. And hopefully we can at least break even again this year. You know, that's the goal.
That's the goal. That's the hope. Break even, please.
Yeah. I mean, we're getting a little too big for this space. I don't know, man. I've gone back and forth about getting a building, a bigger place. And maybe hiring someone, but the overhead is, I just don't want it.
Yeah,
My
then
wife
another
keeps
added
telling me, she's like,
expense.
"You're gonna work yourself to death. You're gonna work. You need help. You need help." And I'm like, but just don't
That
want
money that
to.
I have to pay that person.
Yeah, you have to get into the whole, you have to get into the workforce commission, and you have to. It just
all the
becomes a whole nother tax thing, and so
all the
but it's good. You want
new
to.
hoops you got to jump through, and
Yeah, I mean, you want to, and that's what we want to do. I mean, right now we're still making it the way we are. It's just stressful, but we like it, and I just I want to get it to that point to where I'm not the one who's coming and making everything every day and doing all. I want to concentrate on scent making and the business and growing it, and on the behind the scenes, and one thing that I'm pushing this year is wholesale accounts. Um, I got to do that more. Um, it's just you have to be set up for it, and so you kind of have to be careful.
yeah,
You don't want to overpromise and underdeliver, and so um,
biggest mistake would be that. Yeah.
yeah. So we're pretty much to that point. Mari. Well, it's there's definitely work to be done. Actually, over there is a 40 or 44-pound block of shea butter you can come chop in little tiny pieces and put in those in the big blue buckets over there. I got somebody texted me. Let's see. Oh, it's my wife.
Well, probably wondering what the hell you're doing.
What are you? You're always working. Yeah, I'm not. Am I working right now? Does it look like I'm working? This is what I do all day. Actually, I just sit here and stare.
Just sit here and stare at yourself on the
Yeah,
computer.
I just own the company. I don't do anything. I'm just
I don't do any
the
of the work.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, no, we'll definitely. We've never been one of those companies that's going to put out a scent every other week or every month or anything like that. We've always believed in building a lineup and having that. Like most of the established companies you see will have a lineup that they may release a new scent every other year. You know what I mean? Like, and then there's some, and more power to the ones that do put them out like that. I just can't do it. I spend way too much time. I'm just so hard on myself about scent making that.
The perfectionist side.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, could I release that now? But it could be better. It can be better. I'm going to sit on it for a while. Sometimes I'll make something that I'm totally focused on, and I get so focused on that I lose sight of what I was originally trying to do. And I'll put it to the side and start on something else and then come back to it. And that's when you go, oh yeah, that I needed to do this to it. I needed to do that.
A year later.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes, I mean, I've got scents that I made that have never released and may never be released. I don't know. But like I said, we do have 3 right now that are done and completed. And I wish that I could release them now. It's just kind of like not the right time. It's a little too early. It's like we're just coming out of winter
like
time.
You said, if you've got a theme around them that's for a certain season, yeah, of course you're going to want to kind of sit and wait for it, because like you said, if it's a springtime scent, you don't want to put it out in the middle of winter.
Yeah,
and everybody gets turned off from it.
Yeah, and I'm too late in the game in the winter, like to put out anything now. As far as winter, so I do need to do something. A lot of times we get emails about how we don't have any woodsy scents, and we used, like I said, Distinguished Caballero had cedar in it. We don't have it anymore, but I've thought about doing a woodsy scent. I don't know, man. For me, I've never worn woodsy scents that much, so I don't even know what a good woodsy scent smells like, And so
That's my forte there.
is it? Well, maybe I'll
Yep.
start working on something and sending it to you, and you tell me if it's any good or not, because to me, every woodsy scent I've ever tried, like even from some of the big brands, we'll just say big brand and not the other, not
No name calling.
yeah, we know who it is. But I've tried, just people who companies who just have like just a woodsy scent, and I'm like, it's woods. I mean, yeah, it definitely smells like wood, So,
See, that's the thing about woodsy scents. In my opinion, woodsy scents are simple,
and that's
woodsy stuff.
Yeah, that's all I would want it to be, because I have a problem of turning everything in. Has to be like, I turn everything into a cologne. It's like no matter what, I always end up making it smell like a cologne. Like
I have noticed that with all of your scents, there is a cologne vibe to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're all made from the ground up. They're not like dupes of other colognes. You know what I mean? Right. It's like that's just how I mix scents, because I always go, that needs a little, this one needs a little fresher scent to it, or this one needs a little more cologne to it, cologne vibe, But yeah, like even the darker ones, man, it's like they still end up coming out like cologne scents. So. But yeah, maybe I'll do something woodsy.
Mark is right here. This is pine on pine with some oud, and that's good for me.
Wow, man!
I don't know. I just
you like pine?
Oh yeah, I love pine.
Do you?
Yep, I love pine. Sean asked me one day. He's like, "What is your favorite scent?" And I said, "I am a woodsy. I like pine, cedar, ouds, stuff like that." And he I didn't know he was going to do it, but he made up a bottle that he called Pine and Cedar and sent it to me, and I really, really like it. And he's like, well, that's good, because I'm never going to fucking make it.
Well, I'm just going to have to work on it. That's basically, I will say that woodsy scent is my weakness, so it's going to take
on, Wiley?
if you're a woodsy connoisseur, then I'll just work on something and get your opinion on it. I always feel like woodsy scents will only sell at certain times of the season, and that's obviously winter time. Do you wear it in the summer?
I wear it. I'll wear it anytime, all the time.
Really? Okay.
That's me. There's only been a couple other people that I've really known that like woodsy scents, because I'm not going to hate on anybody or anything like that, but like the whole time I've been in this whole beard game, everybody it's either cologne or the fresh citrusy fruit.
Yeah, because it's hard to, I can attest to that, man. It is hard to come up with something different all the time. It is really tough, and you can work on something for a long time and then go, man, this is just another citrus scent. It's like, I did it again. So
sometimes you're not going to be able to help overlapping.
Yeah, it's hard, and everybody has their own style. Like, I believe this like wholeheartedly. If you put a bottle of our oil and company A and company B and company C next to it, and you smell all of our oils and all of their oils, and you'll be able to tell which company it is by the style of scent that those were, I guess you'd say. Everybody has their own little way of doing things. Like we talked about Chris at the Beard Mac earlier, like obviously me and him have done a collab, and I've always felt like his scents have a certain vibe to them, a certain way they smell, and then mine do. and other companies do, and it's like, but none of us smell the same. None of our scents smell the same. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so everybody has their own way of doing it, and that's what I think is the cool thing about this business is that there's so much. It's not oversaturated like some people say it is. It's not. There's a lot of room out there for people, and if you come out with something good, it'll work. You know.
That see, like I've noticed that with guys that have been in it for a while. You know, you'll have, like you said, your stuff. I could smell it and be like, "Yep, that's Define."
Mm-hmm.
Or like Jay from Elite,
Mm-hmm.
I can smell his stuff and I know, okay, that's Elite. Or Han Yaker, or the guys that have been in it for a while. It's a lot of the times when
Did the ice just take down the? What just happened? Hold on a second. Let me fit. Oh wait, hold on. Ziggy, turn lab to 100%. You see, she doesn't want to listen. Ziggy,
she ain't listening to you now.
turn lab to 100%.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go. Wow. I had to like push her along to do it, you know. So
but there have been other companies, like ones that have only been around for a couple months or maybe a year at the most. If I get some of those together at the same time, some of them I can get kind of like nose blind in a way to where they smell the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know that's just they're starting out, so they're maybe going the safe route and using the same blend as. I mean, we all know that there are companies out there that use pre-made carriers and then they add scent to them. You can pick that out, especially after you've been doing it for a while.
Oh yeah, I can pick it out for sure. You can tell when someone's been using or is using a pre-made carrier, because I mean there are companies out there that make them, but that just wasn't going to be the way that we wanted to do it. You know, I designed it, I created it, I tried many different combinations. You can tell mine from a mile away. It's the golden, you know what I mean? Like
super gold.
Yeah, I'm not scared to hide that, you know, and it really just means that. Let me see if that's the right one. Yep.
It looks like really dehydrated piss. just to say the truth.
That's like a 1-star review, and it feels like it too.
But when it looks like that, you know it's good stuff.
Yeah. Mark, I appreciate that, man. Everybody. Butter has evolved so much over the last few years. There was the granddaddy of it all was Detroit grooming, and so. But there's been so many different styles, like, it's hard to find one that's just like the other, and my butter, I mean, our butter is, it's a full-bodied butter. It doesn't have any wax,
A true butter should not have wax in it. That's my opinion. Real butter should not have any wax in it.
Yeah, and the reason why ours is a little bit thicker and a little more stiff is because it's meant mainly for nighttime use, and that means it's gonna nourish your beard all night long. Because I mean, there are some, like, I don't want to start the whole whipped versus poured thing, but
right, yeah,
I tried some whipped butters, and as soon as I put them in, it was like oil. That was it. I mean, it was just like air, and I was like, by the time I woke up in the morning, it was just like dry again.
You didn't put nothing in it.
Yeah. So although with ours, you might get a little bit of residue left in the morning, maybe, but it's going to be soft. And when you get in the shower the first time and you rinse it out, and you're going to be like, wow, it keeps it soft before you even get to the wash or the conditioner, So,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, it's an acquired taste. Our butter is. I mean, it's I love it. I mean, obviously, I use it every single night. So,
I like it a lot.
yeah, I mean, it's perfect for nighttime use. And like I said, it since it is a more full bodied, I guess you'd say, and it's a little more firm. It can give a touch of hold, not for long, but it's not going to be like a balm or anything, but it will definitely keep the beard in place, until, yeah, I mean, Vato said it, it's like, what more can you get when it's like, what more can you ask for is to have nourishment and hold at the same time without having wax in it, which wax isn't bad, but it's
No,
like,
wax ain't bad.
no, it's like what you said, I just with the butter, I don't even make balms anymore. We stopped making balms. I'll say we stopped making balms 6 months after, maybe 4 months after we released the butter. I don't know why. For whatever reason, the balms just stopped selling, man. I mean, it was like butter. I remember that's when we used to sell 4-ounce butters too. And like, oh, whoa.
Giving it away.
Jars, 4-ounce in glass jars, man. It was like, one of those was like damn near priority mail shipping. We couldn't even get first class because it was so heavy. But no, we went through a lot of breakage with those. Learned our lesson.
Yeah. Welcome back, Tyson.
Yeah, I can't believe we're still here. Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you won't shut your damn mouth.
Oh, sorry. I'm done. I know. Yeah, no, we should for sure, man. I think Tyson's right. We used to do them a lot too. Remember, like, a few years ago.
Well, it's like he said, this reminds him of the good old days.
Oh, man. Yeah,
Tyson, if you want to do this, you're hosting it because my internet ain't gonna fucking hold up to having too many people on it.
Who was it? Daniel that had the one that went to like 2 a.m. or something like that? I can't remember. Somebody had one go like super long one time.
I remember Daniel had one when he had Sean on go for like 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah. We won't be doing that tonight. But
no. We'll probably be calling this here in a little bit.
Yeah. No, it's it's good to see guys like Tyson and me and Chris and Gary and all of us still around, because a lot of us kind of started around the same time, some before, some after, but still in the same vicinity of time. Yeah, and I a lot of us probably thought we wouldn't be here, and here we are. That's the funny thing is, and there's a lot that are gone now too that were around when we first started. I've seen that. You see the growth of other companies, and you see the attrition of some of the others that aren't around anymore. It takes more than just the live streams are fun, but nobody really realizes what's going on during the week behind the scenes, just to keep everything going. I mean, this is why we do these things with you guys, is because this is our release, and it's a way to just communicate with everybody. Yeah. I mean,
interaction.
Tyson, yeah, a ton of them, man. It's so weird, it's some of them were good too, it's like I feel lucky, I guess you could say. I mean,
you were able to get it going and keep it going and still stay at it.
Yeah. And find our way. I think we spent years just trying to find that, and Tyson did a good job from the get-go, with his whole branding thing and, the direction of his company. I think it took us about 1.5 years before we figured out where we really wanted to be.
Poor Vato.
Yeah,
you got that growing pain stage, it's
Oh yeah, Tyson can probably vouch for this. How many days a week do we say, that's it, I'm quitting, I'm done with this? And then the next day you're like, I love this. I love this. You know what I mean?
it's like with anything. You're going to have your bad days and you're going to have your really good days. And it's make sure you remember those really good days just as much as you focus on those bad days, because we all know that's what we do.
Oh, yeah. We all tend to focus on the bad days more. But, luckily now that, there aren't as many anymore. That's why today I want to, yeah, I know. I want to fire myself every day. I'm like, you know what, Kerry, you're fired. Okay, I'm out of here.
Fuck it, I'm done. Had enough.
Yeah. And sometimes you just have to walk away from it too, just for a day or two. Just be like, clear your head. No, I'm not talking about walk away from the work. I'm talking about walking away from just the BS and everything else, and all crap that comes along with it. And
take a step away from it for a while. And
yeah. Well, now Tyson has to deal with a barbershop. So, that's all that did is just add even more work, and I'm sure his accountant's happy now too. He gets to yell at her like I yell at mine. You know how many free haircuts you've given away this week? I do, and don't tell me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nah. We're glad to be where we've ended up at, and hopefully it's keep going uphill.
And that's all you can. It's all you can do, man. Is just keep trucking away at it and keep doing. As long as you keep the passion for it, as long as you still enjoy it and not loathe waking up every day and like, fuck, I hate this shit.
Yeah. Well, Tyson had to go and start a barbershop that was actually named after his own stuff, so now he can't carry anybody else's stuff.
Yeah, way to go, way to go, Tyson. You had to single yourself out.
I gotta admit that was awesome to see, man. And like a lot of people don't understand that was like a huge risk for him too. Like not just doing it, but financially and everything. Those are all things you gotta think about. And that stuff, you don't get brick and mortar for free. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So you could tell he's put time and money into it, and that's awesome.
Yeah, it worked out for him really well. That barbershop looks clean as hell.
No, it looks really good. Yeah,
it's a really nice looking barbershop, and hopefully he's got fantastic barbers in there, and runs the business like he's supposed to.
Yeah. You mean like just kind of walk in every now and then and go, yeah, everything looks good. See y'all later.
Y'all making me money today. Good deal. I'll see you later.
That's what I do to my wife. Well, it looks like you got everything locked down in here, so I'll be back in a bit.
3 hours later. How's it going in here? Everybody good?
I'm gonna go to the gun range. I'll be back. Yeah. Nah, it's good to see growth from companies that we all started around the same time.
And that attitude there is what would be a hell of a lot better versus he's doing better than me, so fuck him. I don't
yeah.
Him, So many people do that it's just the envy and the jealousy of shit where it's, well, he caught a break, so now I'm not going to be his friend. I'm not going to talk to him because piss on him. He don't need me anymore. So
yeah, the funny thing is he didn't catch a break. He went out
and made it. Yeah, he made it for himself.
Yeah, that's what most of us do. It's like way less breaks than actually making it happen. Oh man. Well, you want to you know what? I mean, if Sean did a giveaway, you want to give away a gift card for the end of the night so I can pass out.
I was gonna say, you ready for bed, old man?
I told you I was going to go an hour, and we're 2 hours and 15 minutes in. I do this every time. It's too fun, It's we just don't get a lot of time to do this a lot, So
No, I mean that's why I wanted to start doing this. Is I enjoy this a lot, and with Daniel starting his own company, and he wasn't going to be doing much more on Fridays anymore for live stream wise, I figured I like doing it. Hopefully, there are people out there that would like to come on here with me and shoot the shit, and here we are.
Yeah, no, man, I'm glad that you're on board as an affiliate now too as well, and
thank you for accepting me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's not a problem at all. I mean, I think we fit great, and like I told you when we talked about it, it's none of this is about the money or anything like that. It's all about relationships, and that's what's being an affiliate with a company is all about. It's about relationships. We don't have a team full of bean counters that are going to be like, hey, this guy Beer to the North, he's not really bringing in enough. You know what I mean? And so, that's just not how we are. So the relationship is way more important. And the fact that, like we mentioned early in the stream, is that you started out as a customer, there was no bribes. There was no, giving away stuff, and I mean, you're cool. I probably would have, who knows, but, you bought it before I even really knew who you were. You know what I mean?
Right. So. Exactly. And I've always looked at it that way. You gotta show support to get support, man. And, I have never been one, I hear about these guys that start YouTube channels and it's basically to try to get free shit. And it annoys the hell out of me. It's like, what makes you think that you're that important that you can just reach out to a company owner and be like, hey, I have a YouTube channel. If you want me to do a review, why don't you send me something?
Yeah, you'd be surprised some of the emails we get. Just they're like, somebody says that they want products to review because they have this channel and that channel, and they make it sound like they can just put you over the top, and then you click on it and it's like, man, you've made one video and you've got 3 followers, which I'm not making fun of you or anything like that, because everybody starts out some way, but hit us up later,
Yeah,
give it some time to grow, what I mean? So
exactly.
You kind of have to look at it as how is it going to benefit the company too as well?
Exactly.
It's a partnership, it's a trade-off, and so those guys don't understand that, they have this false sense that that's how it's done.
Yeah.
And it's just not like that.
No, I have never, ever asked for anything free from any company owner to do a review. I think twice I answered, I think it was Crusher's Creations, and one other company had put a post up on Instagram saying they were looking for new reviewers. So I just threw my name in the hat, and they happened to pick me. But other than that, everything I've ever reviewed, I have bought.
Yeah. And those are true reviews. You know what I mean? Like, that's your hard-earned money. So there's no reason for you to lie about it. If it sucked, it sucked. If you loved it, you loved it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
And I've always been very clear with, like, when I first started out and I had 2 affiliates, I was with Adam and I was with Jay from Elite. I was very clear that just, yeah, sure, I'm an affiliate with you, but that doesn't guarantee me, kissing your ass every time saying everything is great and all this, I'm going to give
yeah.
honesty.
Yeah, you've told me which ones of mine you like, and I mean you didn't say you didn't like the others, but when you say these are the ones I like, and you don't
There's a
mention the
tier
others,
list.
that
Yeah.
exactly, it's like okay, so the top 4, top 5, he's good with. We'll leave these other 3 out. We'll never about those, but yeah, Vato, wear Ace of Fades, man, if you're fresh out of the shower, and you're probably going to bed soon.
I know he's a big advocate of that Amorous. He's about as much as I am.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he loves Amorous, man, from day one. I like it too. I mean, that's a good cologne scent. That's not.
Yep.
It's not a cologne dupe. I made a cologne scent.
You made that one, yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's not a clone nor a look-alike, smell-alike, whatever you want to say, of some big brand name. There's nothing wrong with guys that do that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
that is yours, that you created yourself.
Yeah, I try hard. Yeah, man, I think you're gonna do well on here, and it'll just keep growing, and pretty soon you'll have bigger guys than me on here, and you'll forget about me.
Don't fucking say that. Come on now. Don't fucking say that. I will never forget where I came from and my beginning stages of all of this. I will not forget anybody. I've gone into this thinking to myself that it will not get any bigger than it is. I'm just here to just have fun with guys that want to be guys and gals. If I ever have any women on here, if there's ever anybody that wants to sit here with me.
Jersey Joe, there's Joe, man. He's not lying, because it is our number one selling scent, and I cannot keep it stocked. As soon as I can make 50, 100 bottles of it, and they'll go fast. And it's the one thing I don't have to worry about ever sitting on the shelf. I have tiers of how much I make in batches, for each scent based off how it sells. So if something, obviously the bottom selling scent, we're not going to make as much of, because you don't want things sitting on the shelf forever. You know what I mean? So, but King's Bounty is like, you can guarantee when you got King's Bounty, it's fresh. It is fresh. It was probably made that week sometime, because I have to make it every single week.
See, and that's where the difference is for me, is like Amorous is my number one from you, and then it's actually 1626.
Yeah, that was my original. I mean, I made that. That was my very first scent I ever made.
Because King's Bounty, to me, it's a great scent, but it's a little too much on the floral side.
Yeah, you have to really dig the floral aspect of it, I guess. I tell people all the time, to me, King's Bounty is kind of like a cult classic. It's one of those things where, like, you either love it or you hate it. There's nothing in between. And luckily, I mean, most people love it,
Right. Yeah. There is no, it's all right.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever talked to anyone or had a review or I got feedback where they were like, King's Bounty was okay. They were either like, I love this scent, or they're like, that's not for me. So that's fun. Oh yeah. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, we'll always help out in the community and as much as we can.
Vato, I'll kick you out of here for this shit.
What did I start with, man? 1626 and Psychobilly. Those were the two. Yeah.
See, yeah. You got Vato over here contradicting himself.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, I hear that all the time. and even Dan, we're talking about Dan C, it's like one of his favorite scents that he loves, of all time.
Yeah.
And he says the same thing. He loves the floral. He likes a floral scent. Obviously he doesn't want something super deep floral, but he likes the masculine floral. And so even though it's a masculine floral, some guys still have a kind of a hang up over there being floral in it.
Yeah.
But and I don't even wear it all the time. It's not the one I go to a lot. I'm a big Ace of Fades guy, around the fur, deep pockets, deep blue now. I love deep blue. But an Amherst. I like them all. I haven't worn 1626 in a long time. I got to say that. That's the first scent I ever made, so I wore it for years. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so After Party is a great scent. I don't think it gets enough love, man. Here we go. We were talking about ending the stream, and now I'm sitting here bitching about After Party. But no, it's such a. Do you have After Party?
I do.
It's like a good vanilla tobacco, but not like every other vanilla tobacco. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the cinnamony vanilla tobacco. It's smooth, more vanilla. Plus, it's tobacco absolute, so that's more like a traditional tobacco.
Look at Joe being Joe.
No, man, we'll do a giveaway. You don't have to do that, Joe.
Yeah, Joe, you shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You keep your money.
Yeah, no, we'll do a gift card.
All right, we'll do that then. We'll do that right now. Get it done so that we don't talk for another hour. And then
yeah, I gotta go.
Oh, all right. How do we want to do this?
How many people are in here still? Is there two?
According to my thing, we have 16 still in here.
Okay, everybody in here say aye. They're like,
yeah, there's 16 in here, but how many are actually still watching and not sleeping? Because I'd use my phone for I could actually maybe.
Here we go. Aye, Matt.
I'll pull up a number generator and we'll do it that way.
Yeah, why not? Make it easy.
Okay, so we'll go from 1 to 10. So 16 in here, we'll do 1 to 10. And
Vato's policing. You need to make Vato an
I'm not making him no fucking mod. He's a mod and everybody else is streaming. I'm not making him a mod. All right, we'll do 1 to 10. And I never said go. Jesus, people, relax.
Yeah, we'll make it a $25 gift card. How's that?
$25 gift card. I'm going to put some dots. And generate. Okay, go. Let's wait and see. God damn, they all fucking.
Everybody guessed it.
Oh no, it's just they all I gotta scroll up. I gotta scroll up forever. And where are my dots? Where the hell did my dots go? Right there. Okay. So I'm going from my dots. And the first person that got it is this guy.
Cool.
Mr. Brewer.
Congrats, man. Dan knows how my DMs are, or our company's DMs are. Email support@definedbeardco.com. Actually, this is where I get like 10 emails from 10 different people who all say they won. Email us. Also, I mean, I assume he's on IG. Does he follow you? Do you know him?
Brewer follows me on IG.
Okay, so send an email to us with and we'll email you the gift card, but I'll verify with Dan what your email address is. So let Dan know what your email address is.
Yep. Email him, but send me the email or send me your email address, Brewer. And well, he says he's purchased from you too. So
well, I'm a jerk.
Yeah, what an asshole thing to say, Kerry.
I was just about to say, well, that support email address won't go to me, but I'll hear about it. You know, like I said, the accountant will step in. You're giving away another gift card? Yeah, damn it, leave me alone. Sorry, man. That's awesome. You've ordered from us. That's cool, man. That's really cool.
Brewer's a good dude.
Yeah, I wish I could. I remember in the early days, man, like 2.5 years ago, I could tell you every single person that ordered from me because I didn't have enough orders. I could look at the labels, and now it's like it's just like you just matched the packing list and make sure you're not screwing it up and sending it to the wrong person. So I don't pay attention to names as much anymore, you know. So
well, I like how we do the giveaway. And there's a few names that have popped up that haven't popped up the entire time this whole stream has been going.
That's how it always goes, man. Mark, you don't have an after party? I think you'd love it, man. I really do.
After party's good. I will say after party's good. It's probably my number 3 on my list from him.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's a good scent. But no, I appreciate you having me on, man. This was fun. It's good to, like I said, to have you on board, and we'll do this again tonight. We just kind of wanted to make it the announcing of that, you know, but we'll do some big hoorah live streams. And like I said, we've got 3 new scents waiting to go. You know, maybe we'll release one of them on here. You never know. We'll put you on the map.
We'll see what the future brings. I'm in for the long haul ride.
That's awesome.
Hierophant. I'm assuming that's how it said. Hierophant. Good to see you in here, man. Glad you stopped in at least. There was one other one. Where are you? This guy, Brian MP. Thanks for stopping in at least, man. Thanks.
Yeah, really. Hey, at least he hung around the whole time.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, thanks, Mark.
Thank you, everybody, for coming and hanging out with us for the last 2.5 hours. It's been very enjoyable. Thank you for joining me on here, Kerry. It's been a good conversation.
Yeah,
we defied everybody saying we were just going to sit here and stare at each other.
We talked the whole time. yeah, but you know, it was fun. We'll do it again. And thanks for everybody for coming out and hanging with us. And yes, Fato, you do need Mo's collab. Mm-hmm. If you haven't got Deep Blue,
I appreciate it, Brian. I'm not
calling you.
Brian, I'm not calling you out or nothing. I'm just saying I appreciate you coming in, staying. When I don't see a comment from somebody the entire time until like way later, I just kind of like, new guy.
Been here the whole time.
I appreciate it, everybody. Thanks for coming. Thank you, Kerry. Yep. Remember, BOTN 15 will save you over at Define. But other than that, everybody, have a good night. Thank you.
See y'all later, man.